What's up, guys? Welcome to Flashback Fridays. It's your boy, Kenny Barrett. What's going on? Listen, guys, the story for today, you not gonna believe it. Listen, because I ain't believe it the first time I heard it, but I'm gonna be honest with you. So, today's topic is, well, what I'm talking about today is I'm gonna flashback to the first time I got fired from a job. You heard me correctly. The first time I got fired from a job. Now, mind you, I've only had 4 jobs in my entire life. In my life. And the crazy part is, out of the 4 of them, I've been fired from 2. You heard me right. 2. I've been fired twice. So I'm 50 for 50. I'm 50%. Those not bad numbers or bad odds, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you. So let's begin this story with, I was working. At the time, I was working in the airports, right? So I'm in the airport. It's a slow Saturday. I'm at work. I'm chilling. Customer comes up. Customer's going to Africa, right? So I'm like, oh, cool, dope. Africa's a nice place. I've never been. I really want to go. He has his bag. His bag is overweight. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the airline industry, but when the bags are overweight, the customer service agents tend to frown upon that. So his bag was overweight. So I look at the guy and I'm like, listen, guy, sir, your bag is a little overweight. He's like, okay, cool. He looks at it, he tries to adjust his bag. He comes back, the bag is still overweight. So I look at him again. This time I'm not gonna lie to you, I laugh. Because I'm like, sir, your bag is overweight. Like, I don't know if you know this, but the max is 50 pounds. Your bag is 65. So we looking at each other. We talking. I'm like, listen, sir, I can let your bag go at 52, but I can't do anything with a 65-pound bag. Mind you, this is 2017. So at the time, I said, okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna adjust it. So he moves some things around with his bag, goes over to the trash can, throws some things in the garbage. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, dope. I'm like, listen, I took to my coworker. I say, as long as his bag is at 52, I'll let the bag go. I want to get ready to go home. I just want to get ready to enjoy my Saturday. Power come on at night. Like, I just want to go home and enjoy my afternoon. Right? So, guy comes back. We weigh the bag again. The bag is 59 pounds. He looks at me like, can you please let it go? And I'm like, sir, I can't. Like, legally, I cannot let your bag go at 59 pounds. You have to pay the extra, either pay for the overweight or take the weight out. So he goes back over to the trash can. He comes back. This time he comes back with a box. Now, in the box is some car brakes. So I'm like, damn, you got some car brakes? Oh, that's dope. He weighs the car brakes. The car brakes is what's making his bag overweight. So he takes the car brakes out, throws them in the trash. Comes back, weighs the bag. Like, oh, okay, cool. So he's like, I don't know. So I guess he goes back over to the trash can to see if he really wants to keep the brakes. So as a result, right, I'm like, you know what? I look at my coworker. I said, listen, I got to take my lunch break. I'll be right back. So she's like, okay, cool. So I'm getting ready to clock out. So I go in the back, take my lunch break before I get ready to go home. I go in the back. I'm chilling. So my coworker comes and says, yo, listen, the gentleman left some car brakes. I'm like, for real? So she bring them brakes to the break room. I'm like, damn, he left some car brakes. I could really use these. Now, mind you guys, at the time, I had a 1999 car, right? Nice, clean. It was white, tan interior, very clean. But I'm like, yo, listen, one of the things I need to fix on my car is some car brakes. So I'm like, I'm about to get some free car brakes. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take them back to AutoZone and exchange them so that I can get the ones I need for my car. I'm like, this is a win-win. This is a great day. So listen, right, guys. So I go back. I asked my coworker. I said, listen, you sure I can take these brakes home? So she's like, yeah, you can take the brakes home. I don't see no reason why not. They were in the trash. Now, mind you, the first mistake I made, I should have asked the supervisor. But I asked the coworker. So listen, right, guys. After I'm asking the coworker, she's like, yo, you should take him home. Nobody's going to mess him his trash. So I'm like, okay, cool. 30 minutes go by. My lunch break is over. It's time for me to go home. So as a result, I turn around and say, you know what? It's time for me to go home. Change out of my uniform. I get dressed my Saturday night. Power come on. Guys, it's about to be lit. I'm about to enjoy myself. I'm like, it's on. Like, I'm like, it's good. It's a good weekend. Take the brakes home. I'm like, this is a win. I got a free pair of car brakes. I'm about to exchange these bad boys. Get my car, get up and running, get the brakes squared away. We good. So as a result, I leave with the car brakes, feeling good. Get in my car, go home. I'm chilling, enjoying my Saturday night. I'm watching Power. But you listen, for everybody who knows the show Power, the episode usually comes on Saturday night at 12. So everybody waits till the till that episode comes on the Saturday night at 12. Because you know, if you wake up Sunday morning and you ain't seen Power, everybody's telling you about it and it's all over social media. So you gotta be one of the first ones to watch it. So I watch Power. Get a phone call, ring, ding, ding, ring, ding, ding. I'm like, hello? Say, hey, Kendall, it's such and such, your supervisor. I'm like, hey, what's going on? She's like, did you by any chance take some car breaks home? And I'm like, yeah, I did. They right here next to me. So, okay, listen, the customer didn't make the flight. He wants his brakes back. I said, oh, okay, sure. I'll bring it back. He said, okay, cool, thank you. Me being me, I continue watching Power, not thinking nothing of it. Power ends. It's like 1 o'clock. I'm like, you know what? It's 1 o'clock. I gotta be to work in the morning. I'm off tomorrow. It's Sunday. I'm going to church. I'm just it's my Sunday. It's my off day. So I'm like, all right, I'm not thinking nothing of it. Said, you know what? I'm up. I might as well, let me drive back to the airport, drop these brakes off. Drive back to the airport. Goes in the break room. You can clearly see on all the cameras that I am walking into the break room. Walk in there, put the brakes on the table in our break room, go into the fridge. You know, listen, I'm not gonna lie, guys. It was 1 o'clock. I wanted to see if there was anything in the fridge. I'm not gonna lie to you. Thought I might have left something. I left my food, my lunch, or what have you. So I look in the fridge. Looking at nothing's in the fridge. I said, you know, I'm out of here. Leave the brakes on the table, open the door, and then I go home. Wake up the next morning. I go to church, hear the good word. I'm like, oh, it's a great day. It's Sunday. I'm feeling good. Are you feeling good? Because I was feeling good on that Sunday. Right? My phone ringing. As I pull into my house. Ring, ding, ding. Ring, ding, ding. I'm like, hello? Who is this? She's like, it's your supervisor? Did you return the brakes? And I'm like, wait, what? I returned the brakes last night after Power. But you know when you do something and you know you did something, but because the person asked you something, you had to second guess yourself like, did I really return the brakes last night? And I'm like, I returned the brakes after I watched Power. I don't know what she told me. I'm like, yeah. So she's like, did you return? I'm like, I put them on the table in the break room last night around 1 a.m. She said, well, Kendall, we can clearly see on the camera that you definitely returned the brakes at 1 a.m. Well, you were in the airport at 1 a.m. I'm like, cool. So I should be free and clear. She said, well, listen, I came to work today and I wasn't able to find the brakes. And I'm like, well, that's strange because I put them on the table and then checked the fridge. I put them on the table and checked the fridge. That's how I knew I returned those brakes last night. So guys, so listen, right? So she's like, yeah, we can't find the brakes. I'm like, well, listen, I don't really know what to tell you at this point because I did what I was told, which was bring them back. I'm at a loss for words, but I'm just like, listen, y'all got to figure this out because this ain't got nothing to do with me at this point. So as a result, right, guys? So I come back to work on Tuesday because I was off Sunday, Monday. Okay, work. They're like, oh, Kendall, hey, yeah, we just want to apologize. We found the brakes. I'm like, oh, what? She said, well, another coworker came in, seen the brakes, put them in their locker, and she had the brakes. I'm like, oh, cool. It's good. I'm like, oh, we good then. Like, we lit. I'm clear. I'm good. Boom. So I'm not thinking nothing of it. Go to work that was Tuesday. Went to work on Wednesday. Went to work on Thursday. I come in Friday feeling good. It's the weekend. You know, I'm about to enjoy my weekend. And as a result, I go work a flight. My station manager comes up to me and was like, Kendall, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, yo, come walk with me. Such and such is going to finish that flight. I'm like, okay, cool. We go in the break room. He gives me the look. And I'm like, what's up? He like, listen, I'm going to be honest with you, Kendall. It's just been a lot going on. So as a result, we got to do an investigation about what happened with these brakes. And I'm saying like, the brakes that I brought back. Like, I brought the brakes back. He's like, listen, we got to do an investigation. Now, anybody knows when someone say they got to do an investigation, it never ends good. So as a result, he's like, listen, I need your badge. I need your keys. I'm like, you need my keys? My keys? Really? Guys, they woke me out. I'm like, I didn't steal anything. You ain't got to walk me to my car. You can have everything. I'm good. They like, listen, you know, it's just proper protocol. We got to walk you to your car. We have to escort you off of the airport grounds. I'm like, damn, all this over some brakes. They do the investigation. Month and a half go by. I hear nothing. And I'm calling like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? Right? get a phone call, not from my supervisor, but from another supervisor that's in the station. So she's like, listen, Kendall, be honest with you. We looked at your record. We're just saying, like, listen, this is just the final straw that's broken the camel's back. So listen, you have two options. You can either resign or you can be terminated. Guys, I don't know if you know, but I took the latter. So guys, you know what? You guys can terminate me, because when you terminate someone, they can file for unemployment. Now, at the time, that felt like the best option. And you know what, guys? It probably was the best option at the time. So as a result, they terminated me for being honest. You know, they always say honesty is the best policy. But I guess in that situation, maybe I should have blamed somebody. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I guess for me, where I was going in life, it was something that had to happen, because from that, my life went into a spiral. I went into depression. I felt alone. I was in a real dark place. But for me, I realized in order for me to get out of my dark place, that I had to focus on me, and I had to learn and grow myself, and I had to focus on personal development. So one of the things that saved me at that particular dark time in my life was a lot of personal development. Like, I dived into books, I dived into educating myself, I dived into growing as a person and growing as an individual, because I felt like in order for me to fix whatever issues I was going through, I had to face them. And you know, when you're going through a storm, the hardest part about going through a storm is the fact that you can't see the other side. And most people are scared or don't want to face what they're currently going through and stand in the storm. Storms come and storms go. The best thing that you should do when you're facing a storm is learn to dance in the rain, baby. Get your woo, dance in the rain. So that's what I did. I danced in the rain. And about 7 months later, I ended up with another job. You know, ended up with my dream job, one of my dream jobs, working in a hotel, because I had wanted to work in a hotel for forever. It was a new hotel, freshly built. I'm not going to tell you guys the name, but I still gamble there sometimes, every now and again. But, so I get to work in there. We're going through the procedures because they just built in this hotel. So I go get fitted for my suit, you know. First impression is everything, guys. Remember that. A first impression is everything. So I go get fitted for my suit, for my uniform. And I'm like, ooh, I gotta look good, make sure I feel good, make sure my clothes fit right, make sure, you know, slim fit, so I could, you know, people could see the physique. They all can also see that I put time and effort into making sure I look good and feel good. You feel me? So I get fitted for my uniform. I'm like, okay, I'm excited. I'm about to work in a hotel. And I'm like, yo, listen, I've been in the airline industry. I'm about to work in the hotel industry. This is just super dope. I'm excited. Guys, not gonna lie to you. I come back to pick up my uniform in 2 weeks, not thinking nothing of it. Walk in, pick up my uniform, make sure everything is fitted, make sure everything is situated. I'm like, oh, dope. Cool, grab my uniform, I go home. Literally leave. Get a phone call. I go to work on Monday. I'm doing my training, trying to learn this new system. I get called in the office. Hey, Kendall, we need to talk to you. I'm like, you need to talk to me? I'm like, listen, I was always taught, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. So whenever someone's like, yo, I need to talk to you, I'm like, oh, what is it now? So I'm like, okay, prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. Going to the office, said, listen, so we have on record that you had a dispute with the seamstress. And I'm like, what? Said, yeah, the seamstress said you were real belligerent. You were real belligerent and disrespectful. You screaming at her, cursing at her, yelling at her out of her name and being real disrespectful. And I said, me? Like, you talking about, me? And she's like, yes, you, sir, you. And I'm like, that doesn't even sound like me. Like, really? She's like, yeah, listen, they clearly defined you. They clearly described you, and they said that you were the one that was being very disrespectful, very belligerent, and they didn't like the way that you were talking to them. And I said, well, I'm polite to everybody. I'm nice to everybody. I'm one of the most personable people you'll ever meet. I don't disrespect anybody. So she said, listen, what we're going to do is we're going to send you home, and we're going to start an investigation. Guys, I just went through an investigation with my last company. When they said investigation, I was like, oh, this is over. Now, mind you, I got the uniform that they gave me at my house. They do the investigation, and they never asked for the uniform back. I guess it was my blessing. God said, well, you don't have any suits currently, so you know what? We're going to give you a suit, so that when you do other interviews or you do other presentations, you look the part. Make sure you're presentable. Once again, guys, in every obstacle in life, there is a blessing. You just have to find the blessing. I promise you that. In every obstacle, there is a blessing. You just have to find it. So, about 2 weeks go by, I get the phone call. Ding, 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 ding. Kendall, what's going on? This is such and such. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Listen, we just want to let you know we concluded the investigation, and we have to part ways with you. And I'm like, really? Like, what? Devastated, guys. Devastated. I'm like, in the last 8 months, I'd have been fired twice. I've been working since I was 17 years old. The job that I had before those two, I worked at for 7+ years. So you telling me in the span of 8 months, I get fired twice. But the job I had before that, I worked at for 7 years. So I'm like, you know what? At this time, guys, I'm like, yo, it is what it is. I'm outside. I'm enjoying my life. It's the summertime. It's my birthday. I'm about to enjoy my summer. But here's the thing that we fail to realize and miss in life, that everything has to happen for a reason. Because going from being fired in that job, I got another opportunity at a better company and at a better organization that positioned me for success in life that I would not have been able to take or be a part of had I still had that previous job. Once again, guys, God works in mysterious ways. In every obstacle, there is a blessing. Sometimes you just have to be patient for it. And I'll be honest with you. Sometimes when you're being patient, it sucks. It absolutely sucks. I promise you that. But in patience comes blessings. In blessings comes change. And when change happens, your life gets better. And as a result, I was able to take part in an opportunity that's been positioning me for success ever since. So I had to tell you guys, I had to be fired from 2 jobs in 8 months to put myself in a situation where I currently am, building things that I currently love to build, doing things that I currently love to do, traveling the world and seeing the people that I love to see, because I went through an obstacle that I didn't know was a blessing at the time. I come to you guys, Flashback Fridays. Thank you guys for rocking with me. That's my story. Listen, leave a comment, reach out to me. If you want to talk, you want to vibe, you want to shoot ideas, or if you have a situation that you want to express but you don't know how to express, talk to me. Once again, it's Flashback Fridays. It's Kenny Barrett, aka Shift with Kenny, aka hashtag Shift with Kenny. Your boy, holla at me. And I'm gone.